I greet you viewers all over the world. I sincerely appreciate you for following the series of prophecy towards the new Nigeria. Like I used to tell you, weeping may last for the night, but joy comes in the morning. The new dawn is coming. The new Nigeria is coming. The new Nigeria is possible. The new Nigeria will surely come to pass. Delay is not denial. I've told you that delay is not denial. When I say the new Nigeria will be born in 2023, that is the will of God for Nigeria. That is the will of God. God's will is that in 2023, the new Nigeria will be born. But if there is a delay, it is due to human error. Due to human error. I have analyzed and I've told you what happened to the children of Israel. They were supposed to leave the land of Egypt 400 years, but it was extended with about 435 years. And it was due to human error. When it was time for them to leave, they were not thinking about leaving. And a new Pharaoh came and overtake them and decided to convert them to real slavery. And they became slaves for that about 35 years. But thank God, God always have plan. He always have redemption plan. Even when the first one failed, he will have another one. God is not a God of wickedness. God is a God of love. God is a God of love. The Bible tells us in John 3 verse 16 that God so loved the world. The love of God is universal. It's everywhere. He loves us and he has plan for us. The problem is with us. We are the one at fault. Nigeria is at fault. Today I want to expose this truth to you. I have exercised my faith and I'm still exercising faith. I've told you that we are in a spiritual journey, and this journey requires faith, men and women of faith. But the truth should be said. The truth has to be said. The Bible tells us in John chapter 8 verse 32 that you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. It is the truth that will set Nigeria free. Today prophecy is centered on the fact that Nigeria rejected redemption in 2023. I repeat it, Nigeria rejected redemption in 2023. Redemption is what will lead to the new Nigeria, but Nigeria rejected redemption in 2023. As many that are involved in this rejection, they have consequence to bear. This consequence is the judgment of God. God judges people that hinder progress. There's judgment for them. But let us look at this critically, because I ponder over it and I say, Lord, do this thing for us. And the Lord made me to understand that redemption has come. Redemption came in 2023, but we use our hand to reject it. God did not create us as robots. God did not create us as machine. God did not create us as toy. He created us as free moral agents. What do I mean when I say free moral agent? Free moral agents are agents that have the ability to think. We have the ability to choose. God said, I put life and death before you. Choose life and you will live. That's how the case of Nigeria is. God has given us opportunity for the new Nigeria to be born. Nigeria case is like a case of a woman who is pregnant, and that pregnant woman refused to go to antenatal. That pregnant woman decided to abort the child and take drugs that will abort the child. That pregnant woman decided to go into witchcraft to kill that child. That pregnant woman is into witchcraft to kill that child. That pregnant woman decided to abort the child. That pregnant woman decide not to take care of the child and keep the child, torture the child in the womb. That is how Nigeria is. That is how we are. If I say that new Nigeria will be born in 2023, it means if we put all our variables together and we do the right thing, God has opened opportunity for us to have this new Nigeria. The opportunity came right from 2022. I started telling the people that there will be rigging, but this rigging will be discovered. This is in anticipation of what was coming. I said it in October 14. I said it in October 10. I made you people to know that in September 26, Bart will be shakingly declared president. These things were glaring. And I told you people that Obi will win, but will not be given that mandate. He will go to court. And in the court, I told you that the light will overshadow darkness. Light overshadow darkness. But unfortunately, we discover a scenario where we have judiciary that acted as Lucifer and Adam between them and the presidency. We saw that the judiciary were like Adam, who became slave to Lucifer because of the forbidden fruit, because of corruption, because of idolatry, because of the love of this world, because of the mundane things of this world. We saw what happened in September 26 at the tribunal. The evidences were glaring. It was glaring. The evidences were glaring. But there was a murder of democracy. That murder of democracy is a rejection of redemption. God does not do things in isolation. He involves human being. But God does not force human being to do the right thing. Because God is not a God of force. He's a God that gives us the mind to reason and do the right thing. Before the verdict of the tribunal, I told you that I saw 5 entities. And these 5 entities, one is at the middle. That one at the middle was black and it fell. The other 4 was white. And the smoke from the black one spread to the other 4. And we saw the expression of the wickedness of the hearts of men, the wickedness of the heart of the judiciary to murder democracy. We saw it in September 26. There was no feeling for the masses. There was no feeling for the mandate of the masses. There was no fear of God. And they brought in desecration into the temple of the court. This is a disgrace to this nation. This nation is a nation which we find out that the rate of insanity is very high. I used to think that the nation is sane to a large extent. But when this happened in September 26, I saw insanity in action. I saw people that we respect and say, oh, they are learned fellows. They went to school. I saw disgrace. This is an abomination. This is desecration of the will of God. The will of God was desecrated at the tribunal. We saw it. This is terrible. This nation has gone so far into sin. This nation has gone so deep into corruption. God is not a magician. For God to work, he needs the people. For God to work, he needs the people. Even the masses, they cannot stand for the truth. Some of the masses, if you give them a little token, they will shift base. Even the majority of the masses that are clamoring for the rightful person are also thinking their own personal gain. For we to achieve this redemption, we need a clean heart and a clean heart. We need a pure heart and a clean hand. We need a pure heart and a clean hand. We cannot ascend into the hill of the Almighty to take away our right from the hand of the vampires if we refuse to do the right thing. Redemption came to this nation. We saw redemption live, but the people's mandate, the people's heart desire was killed. It was killed at the tribunal. Nigeria rejects redemption. Nigeria is a nation with great destiny. Nigeria is a nation blessed by God. Nigeria is a nation that was called the giant of Africa. But today, where is the giant? How are the mighty falling? The mighty fell through sin, through corruption, through covetousness, through evil. We see evil, we cover it up. Nigeria will see evil and cover it up. When I say we, I refer to those who are in objection, who are rejecting the new Nigeria. A new Nigeria will surely come to pass. Don't worry, there might be delay, but delay is not denial. The only thing why I am still talking with boldness, is because there is great hope. There is hope. Hope alive. There is hope alive. The obedience for those who believe in this cause of the new Nigeria, do not be afraid. Be unshakable. Don't give up, because the root of evil has been so strange in our system. We have systemic problem. Our system is entrenched in corruption. Our system is entrenched in desecrating our constitution. Our system is entrenched in manipulation. This manipulation is with high level manipulation, because of what we will gain. What shall it profit a man if a man gain the whole world and lose his soul? Nigeria need to know, we need to know as a nation that a day will come, me talking to you will stand before the Almighty and give account of my stewardship, my ministry. You will give account. Why can't we as a nation do the right thing? Why can't we come to a point where we decide to follow the right thing, to do the right thing, to do the right thing? Even at the Supreme Court, we saw that democracy was buried. Redemption was buried. But you see, this redemption that was buried is the first phase. God has another plan. He has another second phase of redemption. And this second phase of redemption will take us to this first phase. You can't remove this first phase. Because the Lord has shown me that bat will continue to clear grass. It will clear, it will fall, it will clear, it will fall, it will clear, it will fall. Nigeria rejects redemption at the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is the apex court, is the highest court, where respect is supposed to be obeyed, where there should be respect for human rights, respect for the mandate of the people. The people that decide not to upload results are still in their offices. Relax. We have an electoral law which is not obeyed. the electoral laws say that at the polling unit, upload and send, nothing was sent. And we see the rubbish. And at the Supreme Court, we saw burial of democracy. The people that bury democracy are the people that bury redemption. They bury redemption. Because I told you from the beginning of 2020, from the beginning in 2022, that Nigeria is at the verge of falling. But we saw what happened. But you see, God will not continue to have patience with us. A time will come, if we don't do the right thing, we will suffer. This nation will suffer. The children of this nation will suffer. Children will suffer. But I want to assure you that God has a second plan. God is able to do all things. With God, all things are possible. Opportunity opened at the Supreme Court. And this opportunity that opened at the Supreme Court, we saw it. It was desecrated. It was desecrated. We saw it. We saw the murder in September 26. We saw the burial in October 6. I have not seen a nation where the certificate of a president will be bearing female and it's a male. But the nation said, leave it like that, because we love darkness rather than light. We pad evil. Even when it was exposed, they still pad it. Redemption came at October 6th, but they still pad it. It is not the fault of any prophet. The prophet will tell you the will of God. It is left for you to walk in line with that will. When God gives you a prophecy, you are to walk in alliance to that prophecy, because God is not a magician. God doesn't give you a prophecy and tell you, Alabi, you will pass. And then Alabi goes home and say, the prophet said, I will pass. This year I will pass. Prophet have said it. The exam is this year, I will pass. And Alabi refused to read. If Alabi refused to read, Alabi will fail. That's the truth. That's why I started with John chapter 8, verse 32. That you shall know the truth. This truth shall set you free. Alabi will definitely fail. Even when God has said it will pass, it will pass. God gives that prophecy based on he will read his book. It will pass if he reads his book. That is how Nigeria is. We wait for something to happen, but we refuse to change our attitude. Our attitude has not changed. There are many factors that makes destiny. As I'm talking to you, there are things I see, I don't tell you, because it's not for your consumption, so that your faith will not dampen. I try to build up your faith because I know what I saw. I try to build up your faith because I know what I hear. But I must tell you the truth, that the evil one hijacked the destiny of Nigeria. I repeat, I must tell you the truth, that the evil one hijacked the destiny of Nigeria. And I still have to tell you the truth, that God has a second plan for Nigeria. I still have to tell you the truth, that that first plan will still come to pass if we can work together, if we can have faith, because we are on a spiritual journey. This journey is not a journey for people who are faithless. Damage has been caused. Serious damage has been caused in the system. We need people who can believe God despite the ugly situation. God still have plan. God still have plan. God has great plan for this nation. So don't give up your faith. I keep on telling you that the new Nigeria will come to pass because I am alive. I am alive. I serve a living God. I have a God that never fails. I have a very big God, and I know you will have it if you can connect to my grace. If you can speak it and keep saying it, in the midst of darkness, light will shine. You are the light of the world. You are the light of the world. I told you that after this burial of this democracy, there are two options: either resurrection or disintegration. But I want to tell you that resurrection is coming for this nation. Resurrection is coming for this nation. Resurrection is coming for this nation. The throne in this nation, the presidential throne in this nation, is instituted by vampires and instituted by the manipulation of men. So we need people who can pray. This thing is not a thing you just say and then you sit down at home. No, you pray. Even when you pray, you have to be persistent. You have to be consistent. You don't follow the world to speak the way they speak. You are not of the world. The Bible says we are strangers in this world. We are light of the world. We are salt of the world. We should not give up in our faith. This is a struggle. This is a struggle for a new Nigeria. It takes faith, it takes consistency, it takes your devotion. That's why I told you that the second plan God has for you, for us, God will emerge a Cyrus. There will be many Cyruses that is going to come. But there will be a Cyrus that God will emerge that will help this nation to maintain relative sanctification, for sanctity, for sanity. Sanity is coming back to Nigeria. This second opportunity, don't let us miss it. Because this is an opportunity that will enable that small child, which I described to you, to overpower that left elephant. That baby will overpower that left elephant. If you recall back, Cyrus is coming. This Cyrus will come. It will brood. I told you there will be brooding. There will be brooding. There will be brooding. It will brood based on the circumstance of the nation. It will cause the emergence of Cyrus. I want you to continue to have faith in God. Don't give up your faith. Watch and pray. God bless you as you watch and pray. God bless you.